Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy K-Cross here, back with another video. Today I'm using a new controller I got. It's a SCUF Prestige, and I used to have like the Xbox Series 1 or Elite Series 1, whatever they were called. They basically were like Xbox's version of SCUF. I think Xbox worked with SCUF, honestly, when making them, but yeah, so I switched over just because I got a pretty good deal on the controller, but my old controller was also falling apart, so my shot's like a little iffy because the controllers are a little different and the thumbsticks are obviously different, which I mean they're the same design. They're like, I use like tall dome, but like my ones on my Xbox Elite were like patternless, and they were like they were rubber, but they weren't as sticky as the ones on the SCUF. And it's a good thing. I think, you know, once I get used to the controller and the paddles and everything, I think everything will work out really well. So I just thought I'd let you guys know that, because the accuracy in this video is a little wacky, a little kooky. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. And this video is also not live gameplay because for some reason I still haven't gotten my like thing I bought for capturing live gameplay. So we're waiting for that. We'll get it probably the day of this recording. This recording's a little bit shorter, I think, just because I wanted to put out a video today, but I really didn't have like a reason to, because I thought I was gonna get that you know, thing like at a decent time today, but it's already noon, and usually where I live we get things pretty early in the morning from like UPS and Amazon and stuff like that, but I didn't get it yet. So basically I'm just gonna put out this video where I'm just going to talk, I guess, about time traveling, because I thought it was an interesting concept, because I saw it this morning on like on a post on something somewhere. Someone sent me something that was like to do with time travel. I already forgot what it was, but I was just thinking about time travel this morning, and I was like that's a very interesting concept, or a very interesting question. Like, if you could time travel, would you time travel? And like, what are the effects of it? Because if you think about it, it's like, if you time traveled and you were like to get rid of like Hitler or something, then we would never know. Like, you would think about that, like we wouldn't know as a population, as a big population, like, you know, like the things to look out for like the things that, you know, we shouldn't let leaders do, the amount of power that leaders shouldn't have, stuff like that. Because he was like a really good like example of why, you know, democracy is so good, because we could vote him out if he was like, you know, a leader today. I guess, you know, this is a really weird situation. Like, obviously Hitler is not, you know, good, but that's kind of like the point. Like, we kind of have to have him in history so that way we know, you know what I mean, like what to look out for, or like what's not good and stuff like that. It's a really weird saying that, like, you know, you would go back in history and not kill Hitler, because the thing is, if you did, it would mess things up. And it doesn't matter if you know that Hitler was bad and you went back in time and you could keep like your memories and think like, oh yeah, Hitler's bad, because the general population, like the overwhelming mass, is not going to know anymore, and they're going to be like very trustworthy to you know, some of their leaders, especially like more foreign countries where, you know, they don't get as much freedom to ask questions and stuff like that. So, like, with that being said, like, if you did get rid of them, like, it's kind of like impactful. Or if, like, you know, you got rid of communism, or like you tried to stop communism, like we kind of needed communism. We kind of needed Russia to be communist so that way we would know it didn't work. Like, whenever they were like doing stuff back in the day as communists, there were probably people in America that thought that it was good. Like, at that time, they were like, well, I mean, they sent a monkey to space, so it must be pretty good. And, you know, they were like, well, what do we haven't sent a dog to space yet, so maybe communism's the way to go. But it wasn't, and in the long run we learned that. So if we abolish communism, there would be people that would be like wanting to try it, because obviously like communism, like on paper, it's a lot more simple. It works a lot better on paper. It's not until you incorporate it in real life and people's personal interests start to get involved. People, you know, people are out for themselves at the end of the day, and that's where communism would fail. And the fact that there's no opportunity for growth. Like, it would be really boring to even be a communist. Like, why would you want to be? Like, I don't, like, obviously on paper, if communism was to work, it'd be like, oh yeah, nobody's gonna starve, nobody's gonna be hungry, everybody's gonna get this amount, and we're gonna have people, we're gonna have like no homeless people and stuff like that. But then you think about it, and it's like, do you really want to be a doctor and like, make the same amount as someone that works at like McDonald's? Nothing against people like that work at McDonald's. We need them, but that's just a thing. It's like that's just how it kind of works, and that's why that wouldn't work, because people are not going to stand for that, and people would revolt. And I mean, that's just the thing. It's like, if you could go back in time, why would you want to get rid of that? That was a lesson that we, at least us as Americans, I mean, the people, foreigners out there that are watching this, or I guess, other people from across the world that would see this, might be a different story for them, because I can't tell exactly where they're at. But as Americans, we would want that to stay, because we learned from them, and we never even had to, think about trying it, or we never had to, deal with someone that was bigger, that, like, imagine if the UK became communist in like the 80s, because nobody knew how well it worked, and then we'd have to deal with like some like superpowers, like people that are our biggest allies. You know what I mean? It's just like, why would you want to go back and change that? That's my thing on it. I know this is like a really, really weird concept. I just wanted to like I said, I wanted to put out a video today, but I also wanted to talk about something that was like on my mind, which was time travel, which is very interesting concept. I'm very interested in the idea of people who are like, well, I'd go back and change it, because at the same time, why would you want to? We all learn from these things. That's why I'll say, I may have done things in my life that I wish I would have done different, but I'll never want to change them, just because of the fact that I had to learn somehow about that situation. And it's not always bad whenever you make mistakes. So anyway, that's all I was gonna say. Hopefully I get this recording device here soon. Just want to say thank you guys for watching. Thanks for 80 subs. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.